changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah. I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again. No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all.
What's up, cool people? How we all doing today? My name's Matt, aka That Random Christian Gamer, and welcome to today's live stream. Alright, so I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, but I'm going to try to do a bit of a comparison today. We're starting off with the usual Bible study, looking at a couple of chapters in 1 Kings, kind of examining Solomon's attitude toward his role as king. And then, kind of coincidentally, we're hopping into the Pride Land in Kingdom Hearts 2, where, you know, I forget if Simba is king over the Pride Lands right from the get-go when you go in there. But anyway, so we'll be dealing with another king, at least eventually, in the Pride Lands. So, like, just seeing how they compare and contrast with each other and the attitudes they're in, potentially, assuming I don't get too distracted and involved with the gameplay and stuff in Kingdom Hearts. But anyway, that's kind of what I have in mind for today. We'll see how it all goes. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and run the early Twitch ad break so it's not interrupting anything, and then hop into the Bible study, I guess. I guess any of you wanting a quick life update, I mean, my work situation's still kind of up in the air. DoorDash seems to not be doing too terrible for me, although it would definitely work a little better if I could, like, shift some things around within my schedule to have more evening hours available. But there's a lot of things that I'm involved with that's not an option. The timing of those are kind of out of my control. But oh well. Anyway. Also, quick thanks to Zach Dragon 54393 for the most recent follow a few days ago. Also, like, about a week ago, there was a follow on Twitch from Yankee Benny, and I never officially said thanks for that. So, thanks to all you cool people out there following me on Twitch and supporting. Anyway, okay, ad break time. There we go. And time to switch over to Bible study stuff. So we'll be looking at 1 Kings chapters 3 and 4 today. And chapter 3 in particular, I think, at least, gives us a pretty good picture of Solomon's approach to his role as king. But yeah, also I'm realizing sometimes I kind of rush the end of my streams a little bit on Tuesday mornings. I don't really need to do that so much today, because the other thing that I usually do shortly after this isn't happening today, so there's a little more flexibility. But anyway, man, my throat is doing some weird stuff. But that, I guess, I don't know. Now that I think about it, it seems to be pretty commonplace, especially for morning streams. Anyway. Okay. Now that the Twitch ad break seems to be done, I will be starting up our Bible study. Feel free to let me know at any given point if background music is too loud. I don't think it is, but anyway. And then if you have any questions or thoughts as we go along, feel free to leave those in the chat. Just know I might not get to them right away, because, you know, if I'm in the middle of reading something or just trying to wrap up a particular thought that I have, it might be a few seconds before I get to chat and respond. But anyway, alrighty, officially, let's go with our Bible study. So, we are looking at 1 Kings chapter 3, and previous couple of chapters basically come down to chapter 1. There was some confusion or uncertainty as to who would be king after David. I mean, it was pretty obvious it was going to be one of his sons. His oldest thought it would be him, kind of did some stuff assuming that it would be him, but that's not who David wanted as the next king. So then he has to make all these grand gestures to show everybody, no, I want Solomon to be king, not Adonijah. And then there's a little bit of unfinished business, we'll call it, in chapter 2, that David kind of communicates with Solomon and says, look, here's what happened. It's up to you how to handle it, but what these people did wasn't exactly great. And you don't have to be nice to them just because I made an agreement. And then we get to this chapter here. So let's hop in. 1 Kings chapter 3. Solomon made an alliance with Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and married one of his daughters. He brought her to live in the city of David until he could finish building his palace and the temple of the Lord and the wall around the city. At that time, the people of Israel sacrificed their offerings at local places of worship, for a temple honoring the name of the Lord had not yet been built. Solomon loved the Lord and followed all the decrees of his father David, except that Solomon too offered sacrifices and burned incense at the local places of worship. The most important of these places of worship was at Gibeon, so the king went there and sacrificed 1,000 burnt offerings. That night the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream, and God said, "What do you want? Ask and I will give it to you." Okay, so Solomon makes an alliance with Pharaoh, which is interesting since, you know, Egypt was where all the Israelites had fled from to get to the Promised Land, which is just called Israel at this point. But it's not like, in general, such alliances were or even are in some ways uncommon. And, you know, trying to promote peaceful alliances isn't necessarily a bad thing. Even if it's with people or nations that you previously had problems with. And at this point, the temple wasn't built yet. And that's just kind of at least giving an idea of where this falls within the timeline of events. People gave offerings at local places of worship, it says. Makes me wonder, okay, what about the tabernacle? But maybe this is just talking about some of the more common offerings. I think, like the big yearly feasts and festivals and things like that, I'm pretty sure we're still supposed to be held at the tabernacle or around there, but it could also be the case that they like as the temple was being built, maybe they kind of said, okay, let's not make use of the tabernacle so that there's like no confusion once the temple is built as to where people are supposed to go. I don't know exactly what I don't know exactly what's going on with the tabernacle in this whole situation. But anyway, so in line with these kind of local places, and people, because of people, you know, just commonly using these local places of worship to make their offerings and stuff, I guess Solomon didn't really see an issue with doing his offerings at a specific spot in Gibeon. But again, like, you would think if the tabernacle was established, that would have been the place to go. But it doesn't mention it here. But there shouldn't really be any confusion about that once the temple is built. So, anyway, God appears to Solomon and asks what Solomon wants. And then we get to verse 6. Solomon replied, "You showed great and faithful love to your servant, my father, David, because he was honest and true and faithful to you. And you have continued to show this great and faithful love to him today by giving him a son to sit on his throne. Now, O Lord my God, you have made me king instead of my father David. But I am like a little child who doesn't know his way around. And here I am in the midst of your own chosen people, a nation so great and numerous they cannot be counted. Give me an understanding heart so that I can govern your people well and know the difference between right and wrong. For who by himself is able to govern this great people of yours?" So Solomon first kind of recognizes God's graciousness to his father David and also to him. And then he kind of answers God's question with like, look, I'm not really sure how to handle being king. So just help me know what to do with this. Give me wisdom. Give me discernment. And then, you know, hopefully I'll be able to lead these people. Because I can't do it on my own. Like, right there. It's like, by myself, I can't, like, nobody could do this. Now, he mentions a nation so great and numerous they cannot be counted. There was a census taken not too long ago, but it only came back with the number of men. Never mind, actually, the numbers reported were only the number of men who could actually, fight. Didn't count the children, the women, the elderly, the disabled, anybody like that. So, even if they could be numbered, they weren't fully. Also, I mean, there was stuff about the way that census was taken that was wrong, and I actually, bit of a tangent, I came across some more insight on that. Actually, I heard it in a sermon, either this past Sunday or the one before, basically talking about how what was wrong about the way the census was done is that there was supposed to be, whenever there was a census taken, there was supposed to be an offering collected and given to the Lord as part of that census. But that wasn't done, so that was what was wrong in that whole situation. So yeah, anyway. So Solomon asked for wisdom. And then we get to verse 10. The Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked for wisdom. So God replied, "Because you have asked for wisdom in governing my people with justice, and have not asked for a long life, or wealth, or the death of your enemies, I will give you what you asked for. I will give you a wise and understanding heart, such as no one else has had or ever will have. And I will also give you what you did not ask for: riches and fame. No other king in all the world will be compared to you for the rest of your life. And if you follow me and obey my decrees and my commands as your father David did, I will give you a long life." So, God likes Solomon's answer of asking for wisdom because, obviously that's the most helpful thing for ruling over the people. And because Solomon wasn't, selfish in any way or vengeful or anything like that with his request, God's like, you know what? You gave such a great answer. I'm going to give you what you asked for, but I'm also going to give you, some extra stuff. I'm going to make you famous and wealthy, and you're going to be, the wisest, most prosperous king ever, essentially. Of course, kind of contingent upon Solomon obeying God's decrees and his commands. Because, if Solomon starts going off the rails, then it kind of makes it seem like God is okay with that when he's not, if he continues to give Solomon all this wisdom and fame and fortune and all that. So, I will say, technically, and this might be an important note for later in other chapters, technically, Solomon asks for wisdom specifically in governing and ruling over God's people. He does not ask for just generalized wisdom in all situations in life. So, if and when we come across, because we inevitably will, situations where it seems like Solomon makes a not so smart choice, that's gonna be an important detail to note. Because it's not necessarily saying here that Solomon was given just overall wisdom in everything, but specifically how best to, rule over God's people. Okay, verse 15. Then Solomon woke up and realized it had been a dream. He returned to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the Lord's covenant, where he sacrificed burnt offerings and peace offerings. Then he invited all his officials to a great banquet. Pretty self-explanatory there. It does make me wonder if some of those burnt offerings that he wound up sacrificing there in Jerusalem were originally going to be sacrificed at Gibeon, where he had been. But then he woke up and realized that, oh, wait, I should be doing this where the Ark of the Covenant is. I don't know. Man. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, throat was doing some weird stuff again. So, then we get to verse 16. Sometime later, 2 prostitutes came to the king to have an argument settled. "Please, my lord," one of them began. "This woman and I live in the same house. I gave birth to a baby while she was with me in the house. 3 days later, this woman also had a baby. We were alone. There were only 2 of us in the house. But her baby died during the night when she rolled over on it. Then she got up in the night and took my son from beside me while I was asleep. She laid her dead child in my arms and took mine to sleep beside her. And in the morning, when I tried to nurse my son, he was dead. But when I looked more closely in the morning light, I saw that it wasn't my son at all." So, okay. We've got 2 women with babies born fairly close to each other. Both in, the timing of their births and in, where, the physical location of where they were born. They were literally within the same house. And the one woman is like, okay, look, my son was fine, but hers had died. But then I woke up one morning and found I had her dead son and she had my living son. Then verse 22. Then the other woman interrupted. "It certainly was your son, and the living child is mine." "No," the first woman said. "The living child is mine, and the dead one is yours." And so they argued back and forth before the king. So they have conflicting stories as to who is actually the mother of the living son and who's the mother of the dead one. So that's the argument that has been placed before Solomon. Verse 23. Then the king said, "Let's get the facts straight. Both of you claim the living child is yours, and each says that the dead one belongs to the other. All right, bring me a sword." So a sword was brought to the king. Then he said, "Cut the living child in 2, and give half to one woman and half to the other." Then the woman who was the real mother of the living child, and who loved him very much, cried out, "Oh no, my lord! Give her the child. Please do not kill him." But the other woman said, "All right, he will be neither yours nor mine. Divide him between us." So, Solomon's way of trying to figure out who's lying and who's telling the truth is to honestly just kind of threaten the life of the living son. And in making that declaration and stating that that's what would happen, their true motivations are kind of revealed here. The one woman who actually had the son that was still alive was like, no, please, don't kill him. Give him to her. I don't care. Just keep him alive. But the other woman, who clearly was either holding a grudge or just wanting to have more than the other woman or something, the one who had apparently less pure intentions was like, no, fine, do it. Split him in half. That way neither of us has a living son and we'll be even. And then in verse 27, then the king said, do not kill the child, but give him to the woman who wants him to live, for she is his mother. When all Israel heard the king's decision, the people were in awe of the king, for they saw the wisdom God had given him for rendering justice. Now look, I'm going to be real and say that I probably wouldn't be so discerning in such a situation. I've had all kinds of situations in my own life where I've been put in kind of an awkward spot, wasn't sure what to do, and my response wound up being where I just sort of got either paralyzed with fear, or you could say I clammed up or whatever. In a lot of those situations that I've had, I just wind up like not really saying or doing much. I don't necessarily wind up defending myself in those situations. I don't necessarily come up with any sort of retort or anything. So to pretend that I would have wisdom like this is a bit foolish on my part. But Solomon, judging the reactions of the women to what he said, I mean, whether he was actually wrong or not in his assessment, like, it kind of stands to reason that the mother who wants the child to live is more deserving of having that child and taking care of him than the one who really does not care and just wants things to be even. So yeah, but that is a actually pretty clever way of judging which one was the real mother of the living son and which one wasn't. So yeah, it doesn't even officially state which one of these two women was the real mother. Because it says, one of them started, the other one responded, and they went back and forth. But then later it just says, the woman who was the real mother. Doesn't say whether that was woman 1 or woman 2 in the prior conversation. But that's not really what's important here. It's just, this is a story that kind of emphasizes the wisdom that Solomon was given from the Lord, which he asked for. And really, it was wise of him to ask for wisdom in the first place. So that, I think, kind of encapsulates Solomon's attitude toward his role as king. Like, he wants to do his best, even if he's not totally sure how to handle it. And that's kind of my main takeaway, anyway, from 1 Kings chapter 3. Or I guess, more applicable to modern life is that, we should seek wisdom from God more than we should seek after our own desires, fame, fortune, even just like a certain sense of purpose. If we put God first and foremost, then other things will very likely go better for us. Okay. Man. Apologies if stream quality isn't great. OBS has been dropping a fair number of frames. And it only seems to get worse as the stream continues. But it's still under 10% of the total frames. So, Seth, good morning. Or whatever time of day it is where you are. Anyway, hey, how's it going? You've come to the stream just in time, unless you've been here for a little while, for the second chapter of this morning's Bible study. Once I dive into this, I'll start it off with a little bit of a recap of what happened in the last chapter. So, yeah. Feel free to engage in discussion and ask questions and whatnot. Okay, you're on Eastern time. So, yeah, it's 9:58 there instead of 8:58. Anyway, okay. So, yeah, feel free to ask questions and engage in discussion and whatnot. I just might not respond to it right away, especially if I'm in the middle of reading something or, stating a particular thought that I have regarding some of this chapter. Man, my throat is not liking me this morning. Alrighty. Here we go. More Bible study. Alright. So now we're looking at 1 Kings chapter 4. Solomon has been made king. And after sort of handling some potential threats or opposition, or even just people that had caused his father David some trouble, then he winds up having God come to him in a dream, ask what he wants, and Solomon asks for wisdom, especially wisdom in ruling over Israel. And so, God basically tells Solomon, all right, good answer. So I will give you that, as well as fame and fortune and other things that you did not ask for that are good things that people usually would ask for. And then we got an example of his wisdom as he's presented with a case of two mothers. One has a living son, the other's son died, but they were born really close to the sons were born really close to each other, so it was a little more difficult than it normally would have been to tell the difference between them. but he basically, like, kind of seeks, he tries to get to their hearts and how they feel about the overall situation truly and honestly, and uses that to discern who the real mother is. And the people seeing and hearing the wisdom of Solomon's judgment are kind of amazed at this. Because it wasn't even just a typical way of going about it. He basically threatened the living son's life. And the mother that, cared enough to say, no, keep him alive, give him to the other woman. I'm fine with it as long as he lives. He used that response to determine, okay, she's the real mother, especially because the other woman was like, yeah, sure, do it, I don't care. Then neither of us will have living sons. That kind of attitude doesn't bode well for motherhood. So anyway, so now that we've seen a demonstration of Solomon's wisdom, we move along to 1 Kings chapter 4. King Solomon now ruled over all Israel, and these were his high officials. Azariah, son of Zadok, was the priest. Elihoreph and Ahijah, the sons of Shisha, were court secretaries. Jehoshaphat, son of Ahilud, was the royal historian. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, was commander of the army. Zadok and Abiathar were priests. Is that the same Zadok that was father of Azariah up here? Not sure. Maybe. I mean, they could have both been priests. It's just maybe since Solomon was a new generation of king, he chose a new generation of priests to fill a specific role. I forget if Zadok was supposed to be like David's personal priest, as they called it. If that was the case, it would make kind of even more sense to move to the next generation for that specific role. But I would wager, if I had to, that this Zadok and Abiathar are the same ones that were priests under David. And it seems like a lot of what we're going to read for a little while here is just going to be people who had important roles under King Solomon. So, let's continue. Verse 5. Azariah, son of Nathan, was in charge of the district governors. Zabud, son of Nathan, a priest, was a trusted advisor to the king. Ahishar was manager of the palace property, and Adoniram, son of Abda, was in charge of forced labor. So, now we've got sons of Nathan involved here. Nathan was the one prophet who had sort of called David out after he had slept with Bathsheba and gotten Uriah killed. So, it seems like a lot of these people that Solomon is choosing were either related, were either the same people that David had in some of these positions, or sons of those men. In charge of forced labor, so I guess just I don't know if Taskmaster would be the right title there, but and manager of the palace property. I guess that's what you'd call a in charge of facilities in the modern day. Anyway. Okay, verse 7. Solomon also had 12 district governors who were over all Israel. They were responsible for providing food for the king's household. Each of them arranged provisions for 1 month of the year. These are the names of the 12 governors. Ben-Hur in the hill country of Ephraim, Ben-Decker in Makaz, Shalbim, Beth-Shemesh, and Elon Beth-Hanan, Ben-Hesed in Arabah, including Soko and all the land of Hefer, Ben-Abinadab in all of Naphoth Dor. He was married to Tephath, one of Solomon's daughters. Bainah, son of Ahilud, in Tanakh and Megiddo, all of Beth-Shan near Zarethan, below Jezreel, and all the territory from Beth-Shan to Abel Meholah, and over to Jokmeam. Okay, so I was like, okay, wait, we've got Ben-Hur, Ben-Decker, Ben-Hesed. Like, are all these people going to be Ben whatever? Maybe. Or at least a lot of them seem to be. Or if not, then there are other similar names, it seems. Makes me wonder if that was somewhat of a title, or maybe if just the significance of the Ben part of their names kind of lent itself to a certain disposition that would be helpful in a role like this. I don't know. Also, did I miss any... Okay, didn't miss any notes before. If there were any in the previous chapter, I did not even point them out. Apologies for lacking on that. Note there at Naphoth Dor, variant spelling, Naphoth Dor. Okay, so whatever. Same place though. Beth-Shan. Hebrew spells it a little differently. Okay. Oh, that was also giving a different Hebrew spelling. Anyway. Okay. More governors. We've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. So more of these governors that are in charge of arranging provisions for the king and the palace, providing food for the king's household. Yeah. I guess because the king didn't specifically, like, you know, have an allotment of land, it was a situation similar to the priests and Levites who, I mean, the priests and Levites specifically got their portions that they lived off of from people's offerings. In this case, it seems like each tribe kind of had a representative, and, you know, basically 1 month out of the year, each tribe was kind of responsible for giving an allotment of things, food, you know, provisions and whatnot, to the king and his household, so they could get by with, so that the king and his household could get by without having their own specific allotment of land. Maybe. I might be reading a little too much into that, but I don't know. That's what makes the most sense out of all this to me. Unless this was also just sort of a way of each tribe kind of like paying a tribute. Okay. So, continuing with names of other governor-type people in verse 13. So we have Ben Geber in Ramoth Gilead, including the towns of Jair, named for Jair of the tribe of Manasseh, in Gilead, and in the Argob region of Bashan, including 60 large fortified towns with bronze bars on their gates. And we have Ahinadab, son of Iddo, in Mahanaim, Ahimaaz in Naphtali. He was married to Basemeth, another of Solomon's daughters. So 2 of these guys are married to Solomon's daughters. We have Bana, son of Hushai, in Asher and in Eloth. Jehoshaphat, son of Paruah, in Issachar. Shimei, son of Elah, in Benjamin. Not the previous Shimei who had cursed David. And lastly, we have Geber, son of Uri, in the land of Gilead, including the territories of King Sihon of the Amorites and King Og of Bashan. There was also one governor over the land of Judah. So, some of these territories, I guess, might have been part of the Promised Land, but were places that weren't conquered in the initial push by Joshua and them. Potentially. Or there were other surrounding areas where Israel had kind of expanded to. Anyway, all these guys were pretty much just... They were possibly governors / rulers over these areas in that way, but also, like, it states specifically that they were responsible for providing food for the king's household. And a lot of them are named, like, Ben something or other, or Bana. Or maybe that's more accurately pronounced like Baana. Of course, the ones that don't fit that either of those naming conventions are Ahinadab, Ahimaaz, Jehoshaphat, Shimei, and Geber. So it's not just that, oh yeah, this is, you know, a title or name given for one who is a governor. Note there. Heber says Jair, son of Manasseh, rather than named for Jair of the tribe of Manasseh. It's similar thing though. Note there, Judah, as in some Greek manuscripts, Hebrew lacks of Judah. So, the Hebrew doesn't exactly specify where this last unnamed governor was in charge of. So they pulled from the Greek when looking at that. Oh, also note there at Gilead, Greek version reads of Gad instead of Gilead. So maybe a slightly different region. Either way, it's not completely clear. I mean, just looking at all these place names and descriptions, that this actually covered the entire territory of the 12 tribes of Israel or anything like that. It may have covered even more than that. But Anyway, point being, 12 guys that were in charge of all that, and it's just kind of breaking down where each one was, like, which areas each one was responsible for. Okay. So then we get to verse 20. The people of Judah and Israel were as numerous as the sand on the seashore. They were very contented, with plenty to eat and drink. Solomon ruled over all the kingdoms from the Euphrates River in the north to the land of the Philistines and the border of Egypt in the south. The conquered peoples of those lands sent tribute money to Solomon and continued to serve him throughout his lifetime. Note there, Euphrates River, Hebrew just says the river, but we've had this note in previous books of the Bible at least, and it's kind of implied that when it says the river, it's referring to the Euphrates River. Kind of like, you know, if you live in a certain area and you talk about going to the ocean or whatever. Like if you're living on the east coast of the U.S. and you talk about going to the ocean, you probably mean the Atlantic and not the Pacific. Notes after where it says plenty to eat and drink. Oh, so it just says verses. Okay, chapter 4, verses 21 to 34 are numbered chapter 5, verses 1 to 14 in the Hebrew text. But this does seem, I mean, especially given verse 20 here, this part seems fairly relevant and related to that. So, yeah. Again, that's not necessarily a big deal. Just anything that's different in different, you know, source texts, it's kind of the translator's duty to point out that, like, hey, there's this potential difference here, just so you know. Anyway, so people lived well, and everything was pretty good. Then we get to verse 22. The daily food requirements for Solomon's palace were 150 bushels of choice flour and 300 bushels of meal. Also 10 oxen from the fattening pens, 20 pasture-fed cattle, 100 sheep or goats, as well as deer, gazelles, roe deer, and choice poultry. So, when it was talking about those governors earlier and, you know, providing food for the king's household, this is what all that they were in charge of giving. Which is quite a bit. And that's daily? I mean, it sure sounds like a lot anyway. Must have been a lot of people in Solomon's palace then. Note there are bushels of meal. Hebrew says 30 cores of choice flour and 60 cores of meal. So, meal as in, like, oatmeal kind of stuff. So we're clear on that. Note that poultry could be read as fattened geese. I mean, that's just a more specific kind of poultry, I guess. Poultry is pretty much any bird turned into food. Okay. Verse 24. Solomon's dominion extended over all the kingdoms west of the Euphrates River, from Tifhash to Gaza, and there was peace on all his borders. During the lifetime of Solomon, all of Judah and Israel lived in peace and safety. And from Dan in the north to Beersheba in the south, each family had its own home and garden. Solomon had 4,000 stalls for his chariot horses, and he had 12,000 horses. So, 3 horses per stall. Unless maybe not all of his horses were for chariots. I don't know. So, just... Again, given the section subtitle here, we're getting a lot in... This seems to be digging a lot more into the prosperity of Solomon and his kingdom. And just, like, how well supplied everything was. Note there... Hebrews says, each family lived under its own grapevine and under its own fig tree. I mean... I guess fig trees... I don't know if those were seen as, like, sheltering kinds of trees, but anyway. Similar kind of overall meaning, though, basically saying that, like, every family in Israel and Judah, you know, had enough to get by with their own stuff. Hebrew says 40,000 stalls. 4,000 comes from the Greek. And the 12,000 horses could be read as 12,000 charioteers, which would make more sense if there were 40,000 horses. But anyway. Lots of horses and chariots and things like that. Okay. Verse 27. The district governors faithfully provided food for King Solomon and his court. Each made sure nothing was lacking during the month assigned to him. They also brought the necessary barley and straw for the royal horses and stables. Horses in the stables. God gave Solomon very great wisdom and understanding, and knowledge as vast as the sands of the seashore. In fact, his wisdom exceeded that of all the wise men of the East and the wise men of Egypt. He was wiser than anyone else, including Ethan the Ezrahite and the sons of Mahol, Heman, Calcol, and Darda. His fame spread throughout all the surrounding nations. He composed some 3,000 proverbs and wrote 1,005 songs. He could speak with authority about all kinds of plants, from the great cedar of Lebanon to the tiny hyssop that grows from cracks in a wall. He could also speak about animals, birds, small creatures, and fish. And kings from every nation sent their ambassadors to listen to the wisdom of Solomon. And that actually further contributed to the prosperity of Israel and Judah, because these people would come seeking wisdom from Solomon, and as, you know, part of their payment for that wisdom, or a tribute or whatever, they would generally also bring some sort of riches or supplies or something. So that gets into the wisdom. We had a lot more about the prosperity there, but we already had a hint of Solomon's wisdom before. And now, last chapter, I kind of focused maybe a little too much on the fact that Solomon was asking for wisdom in ruling his people. And this seems to indicate that, yeah, okay, Solomon's wisdom extended well beyond that, too. I mean, including knowledge of different kinds of plants and animals, birds, other living creatures, and so, yeah, still doesn't say that, like, you know, Solomon knew everything, but he knew a lot, and the fact that he was so wise just further added to the seemingly already significant prosperity of Israel and Judah. So that's where we leave things off for 1 Kings chapter 4. Okay. Alright, Bible study portion of the stream is done. If I need to look up a Bible verse later, I'll keep that tab open, though. So. Still had a few minutes to spare before the next Twitch ad break, but I'm gonna go ahead and run that while I transition things over to the gaming portion of the stream with Kingdom Hearts 2. May also, depending on how things shake down, take a real quick bathroom break for myself. But I want to make sure that I get the stream topic changed over on Twitch first. Okay. So give me a little bit and I'll be back. Okay, I am back, and I will be fading out my own background music, because we're about to get into the game here. Alrighty. Yeah. That's definitely the file to resume from, because that's where I did all of the, like, extra stuff in between my recordings. Man. My throat is not doing so hot this morning, and I don't feel like I've even done significantly more. I don't feel like I've used it, strained it, or any of that significantly more this morning than what I usually do. But anyway. I wouldn't say it's always save slot 3, but more often than not, that's where I end up doing the, you know, in-between progress. But anyway, okay. This is where I shall begin recording things. Same deal as the Bible study. Feel free to chat. But mid cutscene and other moments like that, I might not respond right away. Alrighty. So, I have done a fair bit of side questing in between recordings. A little bit of gummy ship stuff, no big deal there. But as far as a bunch of these missions and stuff, I definitely went and did some of those. Trying to remember which ones I did. So I attempted the Absent Silhouette in Beast Castle, didn't quite complete that. Did do the one in Olympus Coliseum against Zexion. So it was mostly focused, I mean, aside from the gummy ship stuff, it was mostly focused on collecting treasures and puzzle pieces in various worlds, and then also checking out, seeing if I could complete some of the Absent Silhouettes and the Mushroom 13 missions. And any other, like, similar kinds of challenges, like the Magic Carpet in Agrabah and the Chasma challenges and things like that. But anyway, so that's pretty much all that I did in between bits of recording. We are now, finally, going to jump into the Pride Lands. I sort of skipped past it earlier, so honestly, we might get kind of back-to-back Pride Lands visits coming up here. And it's the Stampede scene. They really decided to kick this off with, like, one of the most emotional moments from the movie, huh?
Monkey punch, monkey.
So, Simba having a flashback dream memory thing. And that seems to set the stage for where we enter the story.
Hey, check us out. This place is kind of creepy, though. Oh. Heartless?
Oh, I don't know, Sora. I get the feeling they might live here. Don't mind us, just passing through. We won't be any trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't be silly. We'd love you to stick around for lunch.
We didn't bring anything to eat.
That's not gonna be a problem. Gosh, Sora, I think we're the lunch.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Going somewhere?
Yeah, being on 4 legs might take a little getting used to.
Man, that Scar's got the worst timing.
Just let him roar.
We better go see what he wants. Sounds like he's grumpy enough already.
Fine.
I don't know what that was about, but I'm glad it's over. Everything's harder on 4 legs.
Gotta start practicing.
I found a trick to it. Here, let me show you.
Yeah. Goofy says that, and yet later on, as we end up moving around more quickly, we'll end up seeing him just kind of like roll on his belly in his shell. Or I guess maybe it's more like slide around. Anyway, I'm gonna save real quick. We'll do it up here in slot 2. So... we're gonna have to learn how to defend ourselves being on all 4s like this. I bet there are lots of moves we can do that we normally couldn't. Okay, so what's the trick that you were talking about, Goofy? Yeah. Or did that happen in between scenes?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes?
What do we do?
Stay back!
Those things look more like Heartless. Alrighty. Defeat all the Heartless.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, hello.
It's over!
Yeah, not too bad, although I'm probably a little bit over-leveled for this.
Definitely heartless.
Thank you. You really saved me.
We're just glad you're okay.
Did you see any other heartless around here?
Heartless? Is that what they're called? I'm not sure if there are any others. I don't usually hunt outside the Pride Lands.
Pride Lands?
Hey, do you know if a guy named Riku is there? Or some bad guys in black hoods? Or maybe this really big bully named Pete? Oh well, we might as well go take a look anyway.
Wait, the Pride Lands are dangerous. Scar and the hyenas have made things unbearable for everyone. There's no food left. They've driven off the prey. We're about to starve.
We can handle a little danger. You just saw us beat those heartless, didn't you?
I guess you're right. You could be just what the kingdom needs. Maybe you can help us.
You mean take on this Scar guy and all those hyenas?
Star?
He took over when our last king, Mufasa, died.
So you're saying this guy's your king? You want us to take down your king?
Uh-huh.
Wait just a minute. We can't just go around knocking kings off their thrones. Then again, if they see that I'm stronger than their king, maybe they'll ask me to be their next king.
Sora?
I'd have to refuse, of course. Still, I'd like to see the Pride Lands, so you guys don't mind lending them a paw, do you?
There it goes again.
She's gonna go on ahead and tell the other lionesses. We're supposed to meet her at a place called Pride Rock.
Okay. Meanwhile, we'll be fighting other Heartless, and looking around for chests. And puzzle pieces. See, now these are regular Heartless that we see in other worlds. I guess there was the one flying one that's a little bit more unique to the Pride Lands, but... Is there anything else this way? Not really. Trying to make sure I don't miss any paths or anything. So that's somewhere we have not been. Yeah, so these ones are kind of unique. Also, I'm pretty sure if I go into the menu right now, it would give me a totally different list of abilities and stuff. I can't reach that. Although if I could run, or even just remember how to run... I think that might be something I need to unlock, though. That's where we came from. So I don't think I've missed any major path branches or anything like that. So yeah, lion form Sora just automatically gets all this stuff and can't really change any of it. I'm like, what items did I pick up? Probably just synthesis materials, if anything. Alright, if I go over this way... Okay, yeah, so this is the big open area that then, like, leads me to other stuff. Can I not do reaction, or some of the normal reaction commands either? I'm looking around for treasures. Not seeing any along just like the left side here. I'm pretty sure I saw one before, though. Where was it? I guess if I went back closer to the entrance, I could probably see it again. Not really seeing any others way off to the side here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we came in from. I was pretty sure that I saw a chest from here, but no, not so sure. Weird.
There. It's over. Yeah.
Alright, well, no big deal.
That's him.
What?
Also takes a look at Goofy and Donald.
What is it?
I told Rafiki you might be able to help us force Scar and the hyenas out of the Pride Lands. But he says it won't work. You see, whoever saves the Pride Lands will be our next king. And he has to have the right qualities.
Meaning?
Well, I think she means you're not cut out for the job, Sora.
I'm sorry you came all this way.
Hey, no, it's okay.
You better go before Scar finds out you're here. I'm really sorry.
And yet stick around and look for treasures is what I end up doing. It will probably be a forced Scar scene. See here. Can I make it? Yes. Cool. Sunset puzzle piece. Alrighty. So I guess we're supposed to leave here then. Hold up. I think I can go in here without there being any, anything bad happening, or it's saying that I can't. Another save point. One that is possibly even just completely optional. And as we're about to leave, it's the hyenas again.
Hey, a snack!
Snack? Nah. We got us a 3-course meal.
Look at that! Here comes Scar, the king!
That's not Scar.
And Pete.
Why not just take the easy way down?
My back.
What are you doing here?
Oh, the cute little kitty's worried about me. If I were you, I'd be more worried about my friends.
We're surrounded!
Go on, ladies. You've got some hunting to do.
The herds have moved on, Scar. We can't hunt in a land with no prey.
No prey. Then what do you call this?
We're not prey.
Oh, nice and fresh, too.
Well, they're all yours, Scar.
Oh,
Run!
And somehow they managed to find an
Follow
opening.
me.
I'm sorry I got you involved in this. It's no big deal. It's not your fault. Sora wouldn't be a good king. Hey, I had to give it a try, right? So you did want to be king. Well, you know. Nala, is there anybody else who could be king? There was, but he died when he was just a cub. He was the son of our last king, Mufasa. If only Simba were here. Simba? But Simba's just fine. He was fighting right beside us not that long ago. You mean Simba's alive? But where is he? That's... I don't know. Still, Simba's alive. I can't believe it. Please, tell me more about him. Of course. But first, we should get away from Scar. We'll go through Wildebeest Valley. He won't follow us there. So, the fact of having Simba as a summon comes into play with the storyline of this world. And kind of creates a way for it to make sense that Sora and them play any kind of factor in any of this. So, I'm pretty sure I can't do drive forms here. Can I do limits? Are limits even a thing in this world?
Hey, why the long face, Simba? You gotta lighten up and live a little.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
Let me guess. The past, right?
Hakuna Matata!
Would you look how he's grown, Pumbaa? Why, when I rescued the little guy, he was only this big.
Whoa.
Wow!
What's wrong?
We're never gonna make it!
I guess Rafiki was right.
What?
Never mind, it's not important. Here, I'll show you how. You can do it.
So now... Okay, my question is, how did Goofy get across? I mean, unless he was carried by Donald. Sora learned the dash ability. That's the one that I was thinking about before. That I was like, wait, how do I run? Moves rapidly while pressing down X. Yep, okay. Puzzle piece there. So yeah, it looks like limits are not an option either. It's just attacks and magic. I could potentially go back and jump that one gap that I was thinking about before. However, there's still a fair bit of stuff to do. I'm pretty sure I'll be going back and forth a little bit between some areas. So maybe in the midst of all that, I'll go back rather than making a separate trip now where I'm like completely going out of my way. Ow. So it seems like while I'm in the Pride Lands, I'm only able to use reaction commands from the Pride Lands exclusive enemies. Also, as far as I can tell, Scar's the only one that doesn't have the same voice actor as the movie. Of course, some of the characters just aren't voiced at all. Probably to avoid that issue.
When Simba's father, King Mufasa, died, we were told that Simba died alongside him.
Who told you that?
Scar.
It is time.
It must be Simba! Sora, hurry!
Wait up!
I'm not 100% sure Nala has the same voice actor here. Also, Rafiki's lines could literally have just been carried over from the movie thus far. His one line and other sounds he has made thus far. Hold on it. There we go. Boom. Puzzle piece. Oh yeah, here's the dash, by the way. Although it's a little more difficult to demonstrate in an area with a lot of twisting and turning. It's not as obvious that I'm actually running that much faster. Another puzzle piece. Other than that one that I couldn't quite reach earlier, they've mostly been pretty easy to get. So I think when I do that rodeo thing, the like shock waves that get sent out deal damage. Because otherwise, why would it even show shockwaves like that? Oh, hello. This one's a little different. I keep expecting an attack, and then it's not coming. And I just accidentally used Cure when I didn't mean to, because I still have the shortcut menu open. Oh well. Nope, I gotta jump from here to get that puzzle piece, yeah. Alrighty. Now, we meet Simba. Officially.
Simba! It's me, Sora. Donald and Goofy are here too.
Of course, they look different than before. Donald probably looks the least different.
Sora, Donald, Goofy. What happened to you?
Help, Simba! Help! She's gonna eat us!
Timon! Pumbaa! Something must have happened in the jungle. I have to go help my friends.
Okay, we'll back you up.
But treasure.
There.
And torn page. That's the last torn page that I need. Should be able to complete the 100-acre wood then. Wow, I literally overshot that puzzle piece. So, hold up. I know I can get it. But now I'm having a hard time timing the jump. There we go. A lot of daylight puzzle pieces here. Okay, real quick check-in with the Moogle. Oh, new stuff to buy. I already have one of those in stock. Do not have any of those in stock, so we'll buy that. And that. Okay. And then hand over the synthesis stuff. Can't craft any of those. I can make this mage earring, though. It's literally only a difference of one item. I think I'll save the energy stone. Mage earring. Now, did it say something about... I guess it mentioned buying dark shards. Okay. And yes, the latest cutscene was definitely a movie reference to you know, how Timon and Pumbaa basically wound up meeting or bumping into Nala. Highly increases max AP and magic. Let me... I have other new items? Yeah, duh, those. Okay, real quick, gonna do some item sorting out here. The mage earring is probably like the soldier earring, but for magic. So, really, probably best to give that to Donald. I don't think I have anything that's straight up better for Goofy. But we got new weapons to look at. That's not any better. That is also not any better than what I have. Of course, I was supposed to come here before I did some of the other stuff. I'll look at the journal entries later. Okay, quickly saving again. Okay, back to the jungle.
Simba, wait! It's Nala! Don't you recognize her?
It's been years, presumably, so they look a little different.
Nala? It's me, Simba.
Simba! You are alive!
Hey, what's going on here?
There is quite a bit of carryover from the movie.
Don't worry. They're all friends of mine.
So that means nobody's planning to eat anybody else for lunch, right?
Are you sure they don't want to eat me? Like I'm some kind of pig?
We won't, but you are a pig, right?
Call me Mr. Pig!
Could you guys excuse us for a few minutes?
Why am I not surprised?
Simba, you've got to come back to Pride Rock. I thought Sora might be able to help, but you're the only one who can save us from Scar.
I can't go back.
Why?
Hakuna Matata. It's something I learned out here. Sometimes bad things happen, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Simba?
Hakuna?
Matata!
Hakuna?
Matata!
He's not the Simba I remember. Something about Hakuna Matata.
Oh. Note the command says cheer up. Or not?
My father's dead, and it's because of me. It's my fault. I can't go back. It won't change anything.
Are you sure about that?
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I.
Father, are you there?
Simba, you have forgotten who you are. You must take your place in the circle of life.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are.
You can all come out now. I'm going back to face my past. I could use your help.
He really is a king.
It's that's kind of what it feels like the light's doing there. Has great strength, increasing MP restoration speed by 25% after MP is consumed. Okay, so I have to have Simba in here. I guess I'll keep Donald in as well for healing purposes. I don't know. Now we see Simba's abilities. Okay. So I can do a limit with him. But only with him. Pretty sure the other limits are still kind of off the table. Yeah, I should probably double check that Keyblade. So 4 strength and 1 magic. I think I'd rather keep it how I have it. Alright, so now we go back. Okay, so he does have the auto limit going on. Of course, now I'm not targeting anything with it. With more enemies around, that would be a lot more effective. Yeah. Like I said, a lot more effective with more enemies around. Okay. Really? Okay. So now it just has us go back through the entire way that we traveled to get to Simba. With the assumption, I would think that we're gonna eventually head back to Pride Rock and take on Scar. Yeah, I could, well, maybe in a bit. I could take a quick, detour.
Wait a minute, we're gonna fight your uncle for this?
Yes, Timon. This is my home.
Or it's not going to give me a choice. Potentially.
Simba, you're alive.
This kingdom doesn't belong to you.
Simba's the rightful king.
The choice is yours, Scar. Either step down or fight.
Must this all end in violence? I'd hate to be responsible for the death of a family member, Simba.
I've put the past behind me.
But what about your faithful subjects? Have they?
Simba, what's he talking about?
Go on. Tell them who's responsible for Mufasa's death.
I am.
He admits it, murderer. If it weren't for you, Mufasa would still be alive. Do you deny it?
No, but it was an accident.
You're in trouble again. But this time, Daddy isn't here to save you. And now everyone knows why. Now, this looks familiar. I think I've seen this before. Oh, yes. I remember. This is just the way your father looked before he died. And here's my little secret. I killed Mufasa.
Murderer! Tell them the truth!
All right, all right. I did it.
Louder!
I killed Mufasa.
Simba, you get Scar. We'll handle these guys.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through!
And now Simba's back out of the party. Right when it gets to the good stuff. Also, if we're making comparisons to Solomon from our recent Bible study, sure does seem like Scar is not doing particularly well. I mean, it's not necessarily always an indicator, you know, if things are going poorly, that someone's a bad leader, but it's a bit of a hint. Also, note Goofy rolling around on the shell. Sorry, just pointing that out because I mentioned it earlier. I thought for sure one of them would be attacking there. The magnet still works. Interesting. Why was I attacking at, like, nobody? And no, not like a nobody. I mean, like, nothing. Okay. Well, there's that battle done.
Where's Simba?
He went up there.
Real quick, looking for treasure before I move on. Or puzzle pieces. Yeah, but I missed. Yeah, there we go.
This is his fight, Donald.
And they even imitate the slow motion. Which... they did that originally in the movie because otherwise this stuff would go pretty quick.
You're okay.
Oh, that was just a sneak preview. 'Cause this ain't over. Oh, not by a long shot. Anger and jealousy turned the king of Pride Rock into a Heartless. Oh, your kingdom's gonna rise again. But this time as the Pride Lands of Darkness.
That's what you think.
And now Simba is forced back into the party. Goofy's got a new ability, but now's not the time. I don't even have him in the party currently, so eh.
I am the king.
I'm here. Take this.
Okay, not too bad so far. Some of the fire that gets left behind can be a little bit annoying, and basically having to catch him mid-air at some moments isn't the easiest thing to do. Oh, jeez.
I'm here. Take this.
My anger and growth for far too long.
This is where things get a little more interesting. And by interesting, I mean difficult.
I'll meet you.
Hey, thanks for the help there, Simba. Come on. Seems like maybe knocking him up into the air mid-combo isn't the best move. Oh, jeez. Okay, more of this. Tell you what. Reflect. It might not hit him, but at least I don't get hurt by it. This should just about do it. Okay, maybe not quite. Ta-da! Scar has been defeated. Maybe. I guess that was like, what, the extra power of darkness leaving his body? I don't know. I'm like, did that happen in the movie?
Hey, what's with the light show?
We have to say goodbye for a little while.
I'll go tell Simba. Oh, he's probably busy. Just tell him we'll be back soon.
Oh, that's right. He's king now. He's gonna be so busy, he'll probably forget about his two best buddies.
Well, you always got Hakuna Matata, right?
Yes, so.
What do you mean, yes so? And what if he forgets to tell the carnivores who we are? One look at you, and you're a pig roast!
That's Mr. Pig Roast.
Same thing! And I'm not sticking around to be anybody's pork dinner!
Pumbaa?
You can never forget your true buddies.
Hey, fire has been powered up once again. Yeah. New episode was added to Olympus. Probably just another tournament. That's probably the other part of the 100-acre wood over there in Hollow Bastion. However, next time I'll actually be coming right back here to the Pride Lands. Because, yeah, that's kind of the next major story sequence. So, yeah. Well, of course, I assume the episode they're referring to at Hollow Bastion is the other torn pages. Yeah. Eventually, there should be more in the Space Paranoids. Episode list there. Cerberus Cup has begun. Okay. Now, why does it show in there before the Titan Cup one? I don't know. Anyway. But, yeah. I think I'll be going back to the Pride Lands again in the next episode. Okay, recording is on pause for a moment. Do you need to do the puzzle piece, or will it auto-trigger a story scene? Once I go back in, I'm pretty sure it's going to auto-trigger a story scene, because, I was supposed to do that part of the Pride Lands before the major thing at Hollow Bastion with, like, with fighting all the Heartless and bumping into Xemnas and Syx and Maleficent kind of sort of saving us. But I will be recording more in this live stream. Just I try to mention it like that for those who see the edited videos later. And no, I don't necessarily bring up the live stream when I'm recording most of the time. But if there's conversation happening where it's like, okay, yeah, it's pretty obvious that this is happening during a stream, then I'm, like, not opposed to a minor fourth wall break in that regard. Let me look at Jiminy's journal real quick. Lots of stuff in the Pride Lands here. Do I really have to? Okay, I could just do it this way. That's much quicker and easier. Story stuff. All of that. Album pictures. Of which there will be more. Got all the treasures, though. And all but one of the puzzle pieces. We know exactly where that is, and I'm pretty sure I know how to get it. I just needed the dash and didn't have it at that moment. Oh, that's showing a new mission because of the Cerberus Cup. Gotcha. Okay, you know what? I am not necessarily going to do the puzzle pieces just yet. I'll wait until after more recording. Save on that slot real quick. Okay. Also, I did not go up a single level throughout all of that. Anyway. Alrighty. Back to recording. Alright, so I know last time we were in the Pride Lands, I was originally supposed to do that before the, like, major clash with the Heartless and all that crazy stuff that happened in Hollow Bastion that opened up, you know, secondary pieces of story in most of these worlds. Now we get to the part that's actually supposed to be after all that.
Oh, it's you guys. Man, we were hoping you were a meal.
Hiya.
Don't give me any of that higher stuff. Thanks to you clowns, we're back to scavenging scraps for a living.
Come on, it's not that bad. I enjoyed that weak dead elephant we had yesterday.
Hey, how's Simba?
We gotta laugh every time we hear that dude's name.
Ooh, say it again.
Simba.
Kind of mimicking one scene where they did that with saying Mufasa's name, though.
Simba!
Except
That's enough.
it wasn't quite the same reaction.
Go on then, see for yourself. Simba is one wishy-washy king.
Yeah, I bet about now even some of those high and mighty lionesses were wishing they'd gotten themselves a different king.
Gorge, what do you think could have happened?
Well, let's go find Simba and see.
Wishy-washy, you say?
Scar? Huh?
A ghost?
We better tell Simba about this. Wonder if he's up there.
Would we really be telling him anything new? You know, anything he doesn't already know, I mean. Saving. Real quick. Have you come to see Simba? We saw Scar's ghost. An omen like that could only be foretelling the end of our pride. Yet, King Simba won't do a thing. I guess just being the son of the great King Mufasa doesn't necessarily mean he's ready to rule the kingdom himself. Trust me, Simba will think of something. The time for thinking is past. We need him to take action, as his father would have done. He ruled with courage and pride. I remember it like it was yesterday. The mighty Mufasa. Simba will do that, too. You'll see. I'm not so sure. Wait here. I want to talk to Simba.
You came back.
Are you okay?
You don't look so good.
Hey, Simba. Why don't we team up and do something about that Scar ghost? Seems like everybody's worried about it. So, now's your big chance to show him what you're really made of.
That doesn't concern you. Sorry.
It's okay.
I just wish I knew what my father would do.
But he's not here, Simba. It's all up to you now. And that means the important thing is what you're gonna do being the king, not what your father would have done.
So you're saying it's all up to me?
See? There you go.
Exactly. We know your dad was a great king and all, but now it's your turn. Remember what I taught you. You gotta put the past behind you. It's time to go out there and show everybody things are gonna be just fine.
Yeah, you can do it.
You gotta live for today.
And find your own path.
Live for today. And find my own path. Not my father's.
That's it.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Simba. Promise me you'll help Simba any way you can.
As long as Sora handles the dangerous part.
I'm counting on you, Simba. And so is our baby.
Great, now we're gonna have to babysit.
Let's go see Rafiki first. I'm sure he'll be able to tell us something about that ghost.
Sora learned the running tackle ability. What does that mean? Running tackle unleashes a rapid tackle on a single target while attacking during dash. Okay. So it's just an easier, quicker way to start dealing some damage. Is there anything else in here that I might want to... well, replaced with another party member. I'd almost rather give him Fire Boost right now. But anyway. More on that later. See, in a way, I feel almost like I've been, maybe learning a similar lesson myself to what Simba just kind of, I don't know if discovered is quite the right word, but his, like, epiphany that he just had. Because, like, there have been all sorts of times where I've been trying to, like, you know, specifically seek direction from God on, like, okay, what's my next move? How do I handle this situation? And, like, it's not necessary, like, if we're truly, you know, in a good relationship with God and we're spending time with him and, you know, just normally seeking his wisdom anyway, we might not necessarily always need a separate, like, revelation or something of what to do next. We should be able to, you know, trust that the Holy Spirit is guiding us and be able to kind of, like, you know, use our own best judgment of that to make the next move. And if it happens to not be the right move, it should become pretty obvious. And then we can kind of, you know, react from there, rather than being paralyzed with fear in the first place. But anyway. Okay. Personal, you know, discovery done. I'll move along with the story now. Oh ho ho! The king. He is ready to be king? I think so. Can you tell us about Scar's ghost? Oh yes, the ghost. A being with no body. It is created when the evil heart of Scar meets the hesitating heart of Simba. Hesitating? Oh, you thought you were not? Gosh, that ghost sounds just like a Heartless. I don't know. You're right, you don't. But you do know it is upsetting. And it is upsetting the hearts of everybody in the Pride Lands. You may not know what it is, but it still is. This world is full of many such things. And these things a king must face. It is the test that has been set for you, Simba. That's all? Come on. You have to tell us more about the ghost. No, not today. But the hyenas in the elephant graveyard may know more. Does not matter, though. There is little the Simba of late can do. Don't say that. Not when he's ready to try. In his head, perhaps. But what about his heart? Forget it, Sora. Let's head for the elephant graveyard. And on the way to the elephant graveyard, maybe I could finally get that last puzzle piece that I'm missing. Okay. Leaving Pride Rock. That was the ghost of Scar, in case that wasn't clear. Interesting. So Sora in lion mode can actually do a kind of roar finish thing, kind of like Simba. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to be able to do these guys' normal reaction commands, so I think it's limit time. Hey, level up, Sora's magic increased. Why do I need drive orbs for, like... There's no way to use drive forms in this world, so... Seems a little odd that it would give me drive orbs. Really? Okay. Back to the elephant graveyard.
Whoa.
Come on. Can't you guys just leave us alone?
Do you three know anything about Scar's ghost?
Huh? Scar's ghost.
Maybe.
You do know.
Trouble is, we gotta track him down.
Yeah.
But while I'm doing that, well, okay, that didn't go quite the way I wanted it to. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, got that final puzzle piece that I was missing. Oh, come on. Yeah, so this is where that running tackle or whatever it's called is really coming in handy. Okay, there's one down. I guess that was Ed. Nope, come on. Really? Come on. Run. That one little ledge there is such a pain. I was not ready for it to go that way. I really should be locking onto them as soon as I find them. Okay. That just leaves this one, which I think is Bonsai. Okay, there we go. Hyenas defeated.
Oh no! Guess you caught us all.
What are we gonna do?
Tell me about Scar's ghost.
Sorry, we don't know nothing.
Oh, wait. It's coming back to me. That's the one that only hangs out around fraidy cats. Right, Bonsai?
Enough!
There it is. Must be a fraidy cat around here somewhere.
Simba, do something!
How does it feel to be king? Why, you must be a truly inspiring ruler by now. After all, you are the son of the great Mufasa.
Where are you going?
Ah, Simba, running away as always.
Simba!
Gosh, Rafiki was right.
You mean Simba's still unsure?
Seems like. Do you think there's some way we can help?
We should start by talking to Simba some more. Let's head back to the Pride Lands.
I guess there's some of the wishy-washy stuff that the hyenas were talking about. Going from, hey, let's do something, to, I'm afraid. Or just running away because of not being sure what to do. I don't know. Anyway. Where's Simba? Well, he ran away. I knew it would not be easy for him. To face his fears, he must go somewhere where the only thing to think of is what to do, not what others think of him. Why didn't you just say so? But where's Simba now? Hey, I know. He's at the Oasis. It's our favorite hangout. Got it. Let's check it out. I'll lead the way. Oh, no, you won't. Simba will smell you coming a mile away. And if he's smart, he'll run for the hills. Oh, right. New abilities? Goofy has MP Rage, okay. Maybe eventually I'll get some of that stuff squared away. But for now, continuing the story after I save real quick. There's Scar's ghost again. Alright, so we're headed toward the Oasis. I'm like, okay, Donald, the enemies are gone. You can stop using your magic now. Speaking of using magic, maybe I should be doing a little bit more of that myself. Got an elixir. Not bad. Not bad at all. Another Ghost of Scar. Yeah. 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 Back off. Well, that was quick. Yeah. 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 Even though the battle level for this is a little bit higher than it was before, I'm still like 5 levels higher than what's recommended. Okay. Let me try and move along a little bit quicker. Yeah, I was like, wasn't there another one of the shaman-looking dudes? Okay. Now Donald's up to level 49. There we go.
Father.
It seems even your daddy has abandoned you. How sad.
Okay. The shorter scene than I expected there.
This is it. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now, maybe we'll get a follow-up.
Simba!
It's no use. I'll never be the king my father was.
But Simba, that's not what you're supposed to be. You can't be Mufasa. You can only be you. Everybody believes in you as a king. They just want to see what you'll do. And if anyone's saying they liked your father better, it's because you haven't done much yet. That's all.
I know that.
Then stop moping and do something.
I can't.
Fine.
Let's go, Sora.
Yeah. Why stick around if he's not even gonna try? Come on, Goofy. The hesitant king will one day lose all his friends.
King Simba the Doctor.
Worried by a silly old ghost.
Ooh, Simba, the do-nothing king.
No!
Try and stop me.
You did it! The ghost is gone!
We knew you could do it.
Hooray for Simba!
You know, I'm really lucky to have friends who'll stand by me and help me see clearly. My father wasn't so fortunate.
There you go again.
I mean, everyone here and in the Pride Land wants me to succeed. Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Pumbaa, Timon, Rafiki, Nala. You all want what's best for me. But my father always had Scar lurking behind his back, trying to cut him down. I've got to make the most of my blessings and rebuild this kingdom.
Are you gonna say it or do it?
Wait and see.
Simba! Simba, come quick! There's a bazillion ghosts of Scar haunting the Pride Lands. Everybody but Nala hightailed it out of there, and now she needs your help. Our little Simba, all grown up and finding his place in the world.
Nice try. You're coming too.
Okay, but I don't have to have Simba in. There's not really a downside to having him in, though, since I can't use my forms and stuff anyway.
We're here!
Where's Simba?
I've come back, Nala. Get out.
Way to go, Simba!
Oh, what's all this?
Are you with me?
Now and forever, Your Majesty.
Doesn't exactly say where to go. There aren't too many places to go, other than, I mean, I could double check at the top of Pride Rock here. But otherwise, I'm going back to the savannah and other areas. Whoa, hello. Kind of forgot this was a thing. Oh, this is gonna get me such a ridiculous limit combo. 341. Oh, dang. I don't think anything really happens up here, though, so I'm gonna go back down. Correction, I don't think anything really important happens there. So out to the savannah. There might be some kind of item that I could get from defeating all those Heartless that were at the peak. But otherwise, it just seems like they're all there and maybe you can gain some experience from it. I don't know. But now we get to the big boss battle. Oh, jeez. It says dodge attacks by jumping, but you're supposed to use the leap command there, not just the normal jump button.
Take this. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Where'd he go? Four's in the head of the Heartless. Jump on his back to attack. Okay, there we go. Now, doggone it, he pushed me off. I'm like, where'd he go? I need to jump before it jumps. Oh, jeez. Okay. Going in the middle was a bad idea. I wasn't sure if maybe it would give me another spot to leap from. Oh my gosh, come on. It keeps jumping once I get close to the back of it. Okay, can I do the thing now? Maybe, please? It didn't even give me the command that time. Oh. Maybe it wants me to fight the head first. Healing. Ouch. Like, it's about to do something. Use reaction commands to stop the giant Heartless. from escaping? Okay, whatever. Yeah, I guess the thing with all those smaller Heartless might have been for some sort of mission that comes up. I don't know. So close. Oh, hello. Okay. Well, shoot. I hoped I would still be locked on when that happened. But clearly I was not. Ow. Ow. There we go. Okay. Wasn't very graceful, but still defeated it. And we got another thunder element, which I think that was the last thing we needed to finish up Atlantica.
Simba seems fine now.
Ha! The king has returned. The Pride Lands will not forget King Simba's courage, or the courage of those who fought beside him.
Do you think your quest will ever be over?
I don't know, but I think as long as the Keyblade stays with me, I'll have to keep fighting.
Ah, the struggle never ends. That is the great circle of life.
Never, ever?
The secret to victory is a strong heart. Go on, go then. Go on, get out. Yes, it is time. Your fight continues.
Till we meet again, Your Majesty.
I hope that's soon.
It will be. So long.
That part of the Pride Lands was much quicker than the first round. Another new episode in... Okay, Atlantica is no surprise. But also another new episode in Hollow Bastion. Maybe now the Space Paranoids thing is unlocked? Not sure. You know what? I think maybe I've got enough time to go back and finish up Atlantica at least. I was thinking about maybe heading to Hollow Bastion and doing the stuff in the 100 Acre Wood, but not so sure that I could do that without getting into other story stuff that I wasn't planning on. Alright, so time for the final musical in Atlantica, I guess. kind of forgot this musical number existed as I was previously doing stuff in here. And for a score of 30,000 points or higher, all gauges will be used in this challenge. Be sure not to press the button when the gauge shows Sebastian. So it's got all of like the rapid press stuff, the regular stuff, the special Sebastian or Ariel stuff. And I think that's it for the different types. I will leave my webcam out of this to make sure I'm not blocking any of the possible gauges that I might need to time out here. That I might need to time my presses with, is what I mean. After this, I might need to double check the journal to see if there's any other, I mean, I think there might be some other, like, missions and stuff in the Pride Lands, potentially, but I don't think there's any other story stuff.
You found your first love and he found you too.
We were glad to help you out and very proud, it's true.
How was that an excellent? It seems like I pressed that too soon, like it should have been a good instead of an excellent. Like that. Man. Okay, that one changed over a little quicker than I expected.
Ariel, I'm so happy for you.
A little more rapidly, I guess I should say. I don't know.
We were glad to help and very proud it's true. Seeing how we made you grin.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I went way beyond the required score. Seems to me like the very end of that was a little bit delayed. That bubble's supposed to be the thing for the keyhole? Okay. Kinda random.
Sora, what's happening?
A new pathway has opened.
What? You gonna go? Is this goodbye?
I won't do it. We'll never say goodbye.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this awkward musical number that they hit us with.
Connected, which means we are free to come and go.
I'm Sid.
So don't be sad and always know we'll come back soon to say hello.
Then again, I find pretty much all the music stuff in Atlantica awkward. Interesting that they let you max out the thunder magic before the blizzard magic. Anyway. Okay. So that does it for Atlantica. Let me double check the journal. So yeah, character, story, and all that stuff is all done. There actually are no missions for the Pride Lands. And yet, why does it not? I guess the character links apply like across all the worlds, so that's not going to show up. Pieces? What pieces am I possibly missing from it? Hold up. What puzzle pieces am I possibly missing from Atlantica? That does not make any sense to me. I guess I need to just, like, actually explore. I haven't actually, like, gone much of anywhere in Atlantica, come to think of it. I've just been doing all the musical numbers and whatnot. Okay, so we got a couple of frontier puzzle pieces. And other than going back and redoing all the songs, that is officially everything for Atlantica then. I could try to squeeze in around to the Cerberus Cup. I'm hesitant to go back to Hollow Bastion and finish up the 100-acre wood, just because I might get roped into some other stuff. Although, if it lets me choose... Yeah, it's not even letting me choose where I spawn in from. So, yeah, no. It'll definitely automatically go to some story stuff there. Okay. I'm gonna try the Cerberus Cup here real quick. Oh, geez, yeah. Tournament level 30. I guess that would have unlocked after the first round of the Pride Lands. And I just, because of doing things out of sequence, didn't unlock that till later. Solo fight using Sora. The drive gauge fills faster than usual, and Sora can use drives alone. Any drives alone. Interesting. Use drives, but we'll have to fight alone. Defeat all the enemies within the time limit to be victorious. See... I'm wondering which form I should maybe focus on here.
Let's go.
Wisdom form seems like a fairly obvious choice because, Heartless. Valor form would probably also be fine because, you know, getting to do different attacks is completely independent of what type of enemy I'm up against. Holy cow. Okay, might need to do some more of that. Okay, that almost makes the early rounds too easy. But I guess that's also how you're supposed to get higher combos and whatnot and increase your score and all that kind of stuff. So it seems almost like the quote-unquote hit combo is almost more like how many enemies I defeat without getting hit myself. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Holy cow, that recovered extremely quickly. Anyway, okay. Drive gauge. You know what? Let me do limit form just for funsies. Or dark form. Activate anti-form 13 times. Of course it's 13. Doggone it, Nomura. Why is it always 13? Oh, phooey. Kaboom. Alright. Enter double score mode. Nice. Oh, Cerberus. Fun. Nope, I was planning on getting bitten there, and he did not bite. Okay, just blocking that doesn't seem to work.
It's over.
Come on, turn around. I keep anticipating Cerberus will do a certain thing and then being wrong. Alright, you know what? At this point, maybe I'll just heal and then use a form. Might go with Valor. Oh. He was already that close to being gone? Okay. Totally unnecessary.
We did it!
We? What is this we? That was all Sora. Anyway. Rising Dragon, a staff with great strength and magic, increases damage done with fire-based attacks by 20%. And a Serenity Crystal. Why is Orin in the party now? Novice Hero. Win the Cerberus Cup. Okay, so yeah. That's that. I could retry the Titan Cup, I guess? I never actually completed it before. Alright, let's give it a whirl. Oh shoot, I didn't even look at the rules of this one. Oh, right. This is the one where I'm supposed to not get hit. Okay. So what all can I do here? Cannot use forms. Or limits, it seems. Also, ouch to all that. Doggone it. Hiya.
It's over. Yeah.
What the heck? What?
Yeah.
Why was I not able to damage them there? That makes no sense. Ugh. I'm getting hit way too much. And see, that's the real issue with the Titan Cup, is trying not to get hit.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, come on. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's over.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, take this.
Ow.
This is it.
Okay, yes. Berserk.
Back off.
And then I grab this and do Berserk again.
Take this.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Not really necessary for just this little dude, but oh well.
Yeah, back off.
Whoa, what the heck? Warp's Knife, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Take this.
Yeah, I still don't think I'm gonna actually complete this cup.
Back off.
I might be able to get a little further, but... Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think this was the round that did me in before.
Yeah. Back off.
And now there's falling rocks? Yeah, because I really needed that. Hold up.
Gather.
Oh, come on! I was like a millisecond away from actually using Magnet there. Okay, note to self, that's the pro strat. Magnet and then Thunder. Otherwise, I just have to rely on reaction commands. Which are hard to pull off if I'm constantly getting hit while I'm in the air. Yeah. Out of the, what, 300 something I started off with, I only have 74 points left. Oh, come on. Okay. I should heal. Ouch. Okay, well, I've made it a bit further, but... Match 8. It's actually a bit closer than I expected. I blocked, doggone it! I guess I just wasn't facing the right direction. I literally can only get hit twice now. Failsave, okay. That didn't do what I thought it would.
It's over. Gather. Yeah. Take this. Gather.
Oh, come on! It didn't give me time to use Magnet. Okay, well, maybe I'll try that again while I'm not recording, and, use the whole Magnet strategy to get a little further. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for the recording bit. Anything else I try to do will either be just side questing or significant story progression, neither of which I feel like I absolutely need to be recording for. So yeah. However, now that I've stopped recording, I might be willing to do some of that stuff before I wrap up the stream. I'm missing lightning crystals for that. Remembrance stone. I may end up needing to look up how to get some of this stuff. Okay, now I've got myself wondering if the whole magnet thing really is the best strategy. Oh, also, journal, missions. I got the score I needed for the Cerberus Cup. Not so much for the Pain and Panic Cup. So I could go back and do that real quick, too. Oh yeah, story stuff is done in Atlantica. So is the album. The missions are all just redoing the songs. They put the Ghost of Scar as a separate character in here, really? Okay. More album stuff there. Oh yeah, I also have a bunch of puzzle pieces to put together. The Ground Shaker was the boss of the Pride Lands there. Anyway, puzzle stuff. That just needs to be flipped. That goes down here some way or another. Probably like that. Yeah, that fits. Just missing one more of those puzzle pieces. These ones can't be rotated. So that probably goes there. That goes there. This one presumably goes down a bit lower. This goes up top somewhere. This one also goes up top. That seems to fit the progression down at the bottom there. I got a ton of these puzzle pieces. Probably from the Pride Lands. There's one more piece on the right side to line up. Still not 100% sure where stuff lines up as far as being that side of... It's supposed to be Ansem or Zemnis or I don't know. Anyway. That kind of lines up there. Hold up. Yeah, not quite sure about some of those, but progress for sure. Let's see, those ones can be rotated. So that could go, like, on the right side, or the left, or, like, basically anywhere. In theory. But that's definitely an edge piece. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah, limits. 341 hits. Oh, and what all items do I have here? Alright, the Rising Dragon. Need to check and see if that's a better one for Donald. Yes, it is. Higher magic power, anyway. Any abilities that I want to add to anyone right now? I mean, I could give Sora enough for Thunder Boost. Could maybe also swap that back and forth with Summon Boost, depending on the situation. Or, here's a novel concept. I actually use some of those for Donald or Goofy. Right now, it seems like Goofy has a bunch of abilities that would be helpful overall, but he doesn't have enough AP for. Also, automatically replacing fallen party members is kinda crazy. Generally unnecessary, though. I don't know. There's nothing that's, like, screaming out at me, oh my gosh, I want that so bad. Well, I'm still in the Coliseum, so I'll continue saving over slot 1 for now. Alright, so I need, what, 2,000 for the mission for the Pain and Panic Cup.
Gather!
Holy cow.
Gather!
Doggone it, I keep trying to do that the wrong way. Really? Come at me. There we go. Okay. Well, I've already gotten 500 just from the first 2 rounds. Oh, man. This is how you know I'm a little overpowered. Actually, more than just a little overpowered. Oh, this is the one where I'm allowed to use limits, isn't it? Really? Okay. Whatever. My MP is not back yet. Okay, now my MP's back. That wasn't... Alright, that didn't do anywhere near as much as I thought. Also, my magic seems to be completely ineffective against these guys. Now these guys might be a different story. I already have the score that I need. Yeah, I suppose I could use a limit. Double score mode. But yeah, I'm coming at this particular tournament way after the fact. Party must survive until time runs out. Oh yeah. I'm over 3,000 points now. The goal for the mission was 2,000. Wow, I even beat all of the Heartless there within the time limit. That's crazy. Oh, yeah. Okay, now it's really limit time, though. It's almost too easy. Of course, the recommended level for this is, what, like 15? And I'm level almost 50? 48. Okay. $25 was the recommended level. Okay. So this one's 45. Solo fight using Sora. Sora can use summons alone in this tournament. Ah, okay. But no, it was the Cerberus Cup where I could use drives alone. Alright, let me retry the Titan Cup here. Oh, come on. Oh, you know what? Doing all that stuff along with having Stitch? That could be, that might be my winning combination there. Nope, okay. Whatever. Of course, it's not just about how quickly I complete it, it's also about the, it's also about the number of points that I get. Why didn't it hit that other one? Oh well. Goodbye.
Let's go. Gather. Thunder.
I think there was some strat to get points involving letting yourself get to critical health with Stitch, huh?
Gather.
Oh wait, shoot. Summon Stitch.
Give me strength. Gather. Back off. Gather.
Right, okay, so my first goal is to just complete this tournament.
Let's go.
Because I haven't actually even pulled that off yet.
Gather. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah, then maybe at a later time I could look into strats for,
Gather.
Ow. Oh, you know what? I bet you just using Ohana from Stitch would do a ton towards getting me points. That's probably what I'll try out next. Oh yeah. Now that I've figured that out, I think my next try I will do quite a bit better with all that. Okay, come on, really? Stitch! Help me, please. Okay, you know what? Fine. That was real quick, though. So yeah, given that the recommended score is 5,000, I don't think I'm gonna get that here. I mean, unless I can use Stitch here, just spam Ohana and... Yeah, no, that still doesn't get me any of that stuff. Okay.
How's this for you? Is that all you got?
Back off. This is it. Take this. Back off. Light. Sora.
Just to mix things up, I'll use Chicken Little here too.
I can do this. Hold it.
How's this for you?
Yeah. Take this.
Back off! Hold it! Take this! It's over! Hold it! Back off!
Chicken Little actually does seem to be really helpful against Hercules here.
Hold it! This is it! Hold it! It's over! Prepare to hurt!
I didn't mean to do that. Nope. Get away from that.
Back off!
That was close.
Thunder! Back off! It's over!
Okay, well, I won. And now I have a better strategy for getting more points from it.
We did it!
Genji Shield. Great strength and defense. Quickly revives the wielder when fallen and restores much of their HP. Also a skillful ring. Why does it keep swapping Orin into the party? Anyway, let me check out that shield. See, okay, that's got hyper healing and one more strength. Also don't like how they keep putting Orin in the yeah. Oh yeah, hi, by the way. I realize I kind of acknowledged you were there, but didn't actually greet you. You know, like a normal person would under normal circumstances. Apologies for that. Okay, so the skillful ring is not quite as much as the expert's ring. Interesting. Could give Sora that, or none of the others really have significant effects or boosts to anything, so that also means now I could go in here and summon boost. Yeah, that'll help even more with this tournament. See, I gotta complete the Titan Cup with 5,000 or more. Hold up, what's up with Jiminy's journal here? Is it like, oh, limits for, oh, right, those things count as limits. I always kind of forget about that. Alright, let's try this again. And now that I have a bit of a better idea on how to get more points,
give me strength.
okay, Ohana. Use the ukulele and the blast and all that kind of stuff. I did blast first, though. Oh, I can use Ohana again. Okay, when Stitch is done, then I'll resort to the Magnet Thunder combo.
Give me strength. Sora! Sora! Sora!
Ow. Doggone it. Now I'm getting hit a lot.
There. It's over.
Yeah, these particular enemies, the Magnet Thunder combo doesn't work too well against. Doggone it, I guarded too soon. What? How did that not work? There we go, jeez.
Take this. Yeah. Back off. Yeah. Yeah. Back off. This is it. Give me strength.
I'm still not getting as many points as I thought I would from this, but...
Light.
Okay, that's doing a little better. Doggone it. Come on, let me do something to avoid these guys.
Gather. Thunder.
Good grief.
Back off.
Where's the other one? There we go.
Yeah. This is it.
Yeah, Ohana's not doing quite as much as I hoped for, but it's still better than before, I think. I have gotten hit a lot more than before, though. That's really the only issue.
Light. Sora! Sora!
I thought for sure I was going to get hit there. Well, I definitely have a higher score. The question is, am I going to actually make it through the tournament this way? Oh my gosh, these, like, dancer enemies are so bad. Okay. It does feel like I kind of get some iframes in there. In between uses of Ohana. Just saying.
Gather. Take this. Gather. Back off. Give me strength. Sora! Gather.
Nope, okay. That is not at all what I expected in that moment from those enemies.
Let's go. Sora! Sora!
You know, situations like this where there are many kind of smaller enemies, Ohana does a lot more. I also only have 88 more points with which I am allowed to get hit. Now 76.
Yeah, take this.
Ooh. More warp? Yeah, more warp snipe. Okay.
Give me strength. Sora! Sora!
Also, I'm totally going for one of the Berserker's weapons after this. If it'll let me get them, which it doesn't seem to.
Gather.
Aha! Really? Okay, you know what?
Let's go.
Maybe this will let me just kind of like force my way through.
Make some room!
Okay, cool. I'm like, I really don't want to get hit by that much more. So yeah, I still didn't get a high enough score. And it won't let me... Won't let me get any more of those, like, points or whatever against Hercules.
Back off. Yeah, hold it. Yeah. Take this. Take this. Hold it. Back off. Yeah.
I just out of curiosity, what was the strat that you used?
Yeah. Hold it. Hold it. Yeah. Yeah. Take this. Hold it.
Oh, come on. I was trying to do something different within my combo, not like end it there. Let your health get as low as possible, then summon Stitch. Don't use Ohana. So what? I'm just not entirely sure why the going down to low health matters for that. Okay, like, respectfully, this is nothing against you. It's just, for me personally, just something that I find a little odd is when people make suggestions and then it's like, oh, but why? I try to ask, why does this work? And then they're just like, oh, you'll see. Like, I get not wanting to, like, spoil certain surprises and different things like that, but, like, come on. It's, again, nothing against you. It just, it seems like some people just do that all the time because it's, like, so much of a sign of, like, just trust me. So, let myself get hit a bunch. But, like, then that also uses up my points and stuff with which I am allowed to get hit. So that's part of my hesitation for this strategy. But then I guess if I let my health get low once, then I mean, hopefully I don't need to keep letting my health get low. Okay. Maybe once it gets in the red, I'm considering that low enough. You know, once it starts giving me the warning, wee, 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 wee. Okay, Stitch. Okay. So yeah. He just starts using that automatically. Interesting. I guess he does that sometimes anyway, even if you have more health. Just, I guess it's more... I guess he does it even more when you have less health. Yeah, so now I can just have him do that, kind of wail away on these enemies, and not have to worry about too much. Okay. Bit of a cheese, but hey, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with it right now. Come on, Stitch, do it again. Oh, hold up. My health went up a little bit. That's why he stopped. Okay. So I gotta let myself get hit just a little bit more. And then... So I guess after doing that for a little while, something or another just leads to automatically restoring your health? Weird.
Let's go.
But yeah, this will definitely get me the points that I need. And I only occasionally need to get hit a little bit more to bring my health back down or whatever. Okay, you know what? Since I can't seem to physically reach that enemy. I'm like, where's the ukulele? Or more accurately pronounced, ukulele. Okay, yeah. I'm like, Stitch, a little help, please. Can't even reach it now. Fine.
Let's go.
Wasn't sure if he'd do it right away that time. There were a couple of times that he didn't before. But yeah, it's like how people end up discovering these kinds of things. It's just like, ugh. This kind of stuff is why I don't think I would ever be a speedrunner. Or any other similar thing like that, where it's like I have to have just an absolutely encyclopedic knowledge of like one specific game. Oh, wait. I need to get hit a little bit more before he'll actually do that. Well, it'll probably happen somewhere in the process here. Right. There we go. Hold up, why is that one still attacking unimpeded? Okay. And now I'm about to fight Hercules, and none of that really matters much. So this is where I'll summon Chicken Little instead, because Chicken Little seems to be quite helpful at, like, kinda stunning Hercules. Ow. Oh, that's right, I forgot that I got rid of the, like, launch ability. Because I thought it was throwing me off more than it was helping me. Of course, I did that after getting used to having it. So now I keep trying to use it when I can't. Okay, come on.
Hold it! Hold it! Yeah! Hold it! Back off! Hold it! Back off! Hold it! Yeah, back off! Hold it!
Ow.
Hold it! This is it! Hold it! Yeah! Hold it! This is it! Hold it! Take this! Back off! Hold it! This is it!
Okay, there we go. And, ta-da, mission complete. Alright. Thanks for the tip. I can now, you know, move on with my life knowing that I, have that handled. Why did I go to that way of looking at the missions? So yeah, there we have it. Titan Cup with 5,000 or more. Specifically a score of 12,110. Literally more than doubled the requirement. Thanks to the stitched cheese. But okay. I think that's gonna do it for today's stream. I'm getting kind of hungry. And while I don't have anything coming up real soon in my day, I do have some other things that would be nice to do eventually. I also have something, I mean, there's one thing going on this evening as well that's kind of a must, at least a socially helpful thing to do. So, thanks for joining in the stream and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to figure out somebody to raid on Twitch. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you soon for something, some other live stream, whether it's next week on Tuesday, which I'm still not 100% sure if next week's stream is gonna be at the same time. There's some stuff going on with my Same Spirit Gaming co-host that he might have to bump things earlier, which might require me to move stuff a bit later. So, I don't know. We'll see how all that goes. I'll try and keep y'all posted on, like, well, in the Discord server, and then maybe in, I don't know, other social media places and stuff like that, too. But anyway, okay. That's going to do it for me. Yeah. Whenever I end up seeing y'all next, until then, stay cool, everybody.